Welcome to the Grown Up Group podcast, where we tackle the conversations that matter most to our families, our communities, and our future. Today, we're discussing a topic that has often been overlooked, misunderstood, and stigmatized within the Black community: mental health. For generations, many of us were taught to be strong, push through pain, pray about our problems, and keep our personal struggles private. While resilience has helped our community overcome countless obstacles, it has also sometimes prevented us from acknowledging the emotional and psychological challenges that many of us face every day. From the stress of systemic inequalities and financial pressures to family responsibilities, trauma, grief, anxiety, depression, and burnout, mental health affects people of all ages. Yet too soon, individuals suffer in silence because they fear being judged, misunderstood, or labeled as weak. Today, we're breaking that silence. We're having an honest conversation about why mental health is just as important as physical health, how stigma continues to impact the Black community, and what steps we can take to support ourselves and those we love. We'll discuss the importance of therapy, community support, self-care, faith, and the resources available to help people heal and thrive. Seeking help is not a sign of weakness. It is an act of courage. Prioritizing your mental health is not selfish. It is necessary. By opening up these conversations, we create opportunities for healing, understanding, and growth for ourselves, our family, and our future generations. So join us so we can have a real conversation, a meaningful discussion about the importance of mental health in the Black community. This is the Grown Up Group podcast, and the conversation starts now. Why does mental health matter in 2026? Mental health affects how we think, feel, work, sleep, and connect with others. Common challenges today include anxiety and chronic stress, depression, burnout, trauma and grief, social isolation, substance use and coping issues, youth and teen mental health struggles, social media, economic pressure, work stress, and global uncertainty continue to impact emotional well-being. But awareness, culturally responsive care, and virtual support options have improved significantly. So how to seek help for your own mental health? Recognize the signs. It's the first step. You may benefit from support if you've been experiencing for 2 weeks or more persistent sadness or hopelessness, constant worry or panic, difficulty sleeping or sleeping too much, loss of interest in activities, changes in appetite or energy, feeling overwhelmed and emotionally numb, trouble concentrating, and thoughts of self-harm or suicide. Seeking help early can prevent symptoms from becoming more severe. Second, start with a trusted healthcare professional. Your primary care doctor is a great first step. They can rule out physical health issues, screen for depression or anxiety, provide referrals to mental health specialists, and discuss medication options if appropriate. 3, find the right type of support, be it therapy or counseling. A licensed therapist can help with coping skills, trauma, relationships, stress, and emotional health. Common types include CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, which helps change negative thought patterns, trauma-focused therapy for PTSD and past trauma, couples or family therapy for relationship support, and culturally responsive therapy, which providers who understand your background and experiences. Don't forget psychiatry. A psychiatrist can diagnose mental health conditions and prescribe medication when needed. In 2026, there is new options. Virtual therapy is widely available and effective for many people. It offers convenience from home, more provider options, and better access to underserved areas. And don't forget, you can use your community and peer support. You don't have to do this alone. Consider support groups in person or online, faith-based or community organizations, employee assistance programs, school or college counseling centers, peer support apps, or moderated communities. All of these are also great options that came into 2026. So let's delve into number 5. You want to build daily mental wellness habits. Professional help works best alongside with healthy routines. Sleep 7 to 9 hours consistently. Move your body regularly. Limit excessive social media or doom scrolling. Eat balanced meals and stay hydrated. Plenty of water. Practice mindfulness, prayer, meditation, or journaling. Stay connected with supportive people and set boundaries with work and stress. 6. Know when it's urgent. Seek immediate help if you or someone else is talking about suicide or self-harm, unable to care for themselves, experiencing hallucinations or severe confusion, and in danger of harming themselves or others. In the U.S., you always can call 911, the emergency line, or text 988 for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. What are some of the best ways to help someone with mental health challenges? Supporting someone with mental health challenges struggles can feel overwhelming, but your presence can make a huge difference. Listen without judgment. Often people need to feel heard more than fixed. Some of the helpful phrases you can use is, "I'm here for you. That sounds really hard. You don't have to go through this alone, and thank you for telling me." You want to avoid certain phrases. Just think positive. You'll get over it. Other people have it worse. Trying to solve everything immediately. So those things, even though they can sound positive to you because you're not experiencing these things, they could be discouraging to someone that's going through these issues or problems. So you want to make sure that you enlighten and help encourage that individual that is going through their mental health crisis. And encourage professional help gently. You can support them without forcing them. Say things such as, "Have you thought about talking with a therapist or a doctor? I can help you find someone if you'd like. Would it help if I sat down with you while you make the call?" Offer practical help, such as researching providers, checking insurance, and helping schedule appointments. But never force them. Check in consistently. A simple message can mean a lot. "Thinking of you today. You popped in my head. How are you doing this week? Want to go for a walk or grab a coffee?" Consistency matters more than grand gestures. Support healthy routines. Invite them into low-pressure activities, walks or light exercise, shared meals, attending a support group together, mindfulness or relaxation activities, reducing isolation through gentle social connection. And then you want to also learn about their condition. Understanding depression, anxiety, PTSD, bipolar disorder, and other conditions can help you respond with empathy instead of frustration. Reliable sources include National Alliance on Mental Illness, Mental Health America, and World Health Organization. Watch for warning signs of crisis. Take action if someone talks about wanting to die or disappear, gives away possessions, withdraws completely from others, shows extreme mood changes, uses substances heavily, says they feel like a burden. If you believe they are in immediate danger, always contact 988 in the U.S. for emergency services or 911. Remember, text 988 or call 911. Take care of yourself too. Supporting someone can be emotionally draining. Set boundaries, rest, and seek your own support if needed. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Lastly, it's going to be 3 separate steps when it comes to supporting someone. You want to notice, listen, connect, and it basically goes with notice. I've noticed you seemed overwhelmed today or lately. Number 2, listen. Give them space to talk without interrupting or judging. Number 3, encourage support. Let's look at some options together. In 2026, mental health care is more accessible and less stigmatized than in the past. But reaching out still takes courage. Whether you're seeking help for yourself or supporting someone else, the most important message is this: you do not have to handle mental health struggles alone. You can seek professional care, community support, and compassionate conversations can change lives. Mental health is health. Seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. And sometimes the best support we can give is simply showing up, listening, and helping someone take the next step. Mental health resources for this segment is 988 for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. You can call or text 988 for that support. We also have National Alliance on Mental Illness, which is NAMI.org. Or you can seek Treatment Locator, SAMHSA Treatment Locator, and that website is findtreatment.gov. Findtreatment.gov. Therapy for Black Girls, which is therapyforblackgirls.com. And then we also have Inclusive Therapist, and that's inclusivetherapist.com. They basically focus on cultural, responsive, and identity affirming care. So look up those websites, and we hope that we were able to help you. Thank you guys so much for joining us for this discussion on mental health. We hope you like, share, and subscribe. And feel free to share this with anyone that's struggling with mental health.